Okay, so I'm super, super excited about this training because I spent about 2 hours, I would say, today, just really like digging into like challenge groups and what they are and how you can make them great. And I listened to a really, really awesome call from Anita Myron that she did probably like a year or so ago. And and I was just super inspired, and I am so excited to share like everything I learned. I took tons of notes, like just so I could talk to y'all about them. And so I will go ahead and start. Let me get up to some of my notes so I can try and be a little organized for y'all. Okay. When doing a challenge group, I love them so much. Obviously, requirements are different for every coach. I require that you at least purchase something from me, whether it be a program or a challenge pack or just Shakeology, or if you already have all that stuff and you can't afford to purchase like another thing of Shakeology or another challenge pack or something like that, then I really encourage them to get like the Energize or even like the Shakeology sampler, just something that could be cheaper. Because my big thing that I've noticed in the almost 2 years of coaching is people who invest in these challenge groups are people who do the best, who see the best results, who don't give up, who don't stop talking after 2 days of their momentum being gone. So I really require people now to invest in some sort of way. And it's not investing in me, it's investing in themselves, which is huge. So I know as a brand new coach that can seem intimidating to say that, but you have to know that like we're putting our heart and souls into these challenge groups. And so you need to value yourself and your time. And by valuing yourself then and your time, it makes it not as hard requesting that they invest in some way. Because honestly, it's really just an investment in themselves. So you shouldn't feel bad. But when in a challenge group, you need to create a culture. Create an attractive banner to put at the top. Start the group off with a video about who you are. Let them know who you are. Share your experience with them of your journey. Because honestly, your journey is never over. Health and fitness is a lifelong journey. So share it with them. Share with them how Beachbody has helped you and how it's been in a huge part of your life. And so in that opening video, tell them about you. Tell them about who you are, who they invested in as their coach. Let them get an idea, a sense of who they're working with. Because right now in my business, I'm to a point where most of the people I'm working with I've never met before. So it may be kind of weird for you to do it in the beginning because you're working with people that you know and you're close with, but still do it. They may not know your journey or what you've been through or what you're going through or how all that stuff. So just share it with your video so they can get to know you. Start the group off with a video giving a brief synopsis on how the group will be ran and what is expected of each challenger. So in that video, share your expectations for the group, whether it be daily check-ins with their food journal, which I'm going to start doing. I'm going to start asking them to tell me like breakfast, lunch, and dinner snack, like what they had to keep them accountable, what they struggled with that day with their workouts, whether you expect them to participate in the daily tasks, and to comment on the other challengers, like what they've said to help cheer them on and keep them, accountable and feeling like, they're doing good. So that's something very important to do is make, sorry, I just got distracted with something. Not you, Laura, I promise. It was my notes. Sorry. Make a video letting them know your expectations. Obviously, don't be like some strict Nazi, but let them know your expectations. Let them know why you expect that, because doing all of those things only helps them because it keeps them accountable. And then ask them to comment below with a video message or a regular comment on, that's different. Share your struggles with them weekly. That's something that I need to start doing. I need to start sharing what I struggle with my, with my groups, with my challenge groups, no matter where you are in your journey. If you are at a place where you feel strong mentally and can overcome tempting foods and can overcome not wanting to get your workout in, share how you got there. Share your secrets. Share that you wanted to have that McDonald's large fry and a Coke because you passed by and it just seemed so good, but you didn't. Share those struggles because they need to know that you're real. They need to know that you still struggle with those things and that you still have a hard time, because I can get caught up with wanting my challengers to feel like I have it together, or to feel like they can count on me to stay strong, when in fact that may deter them from coming to me when they want to give up, because they feel like I'm going to judge them, or I'm, going to think lesser of them because they can't be strong like me, whenever in fact I just ate a slice of pizza. Well, I didn't tonight, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we're all human. So let them see that side of you. And whenever you do share your struggles, underneath, ask them to comment below with a video message or a regular comment on advice to give you, to help you through whatever you're struggling with at that time. Because for some of us, we are still going through our journey. Well, all of us are, because like I said, it's a lifelong journey. But asking them for help and advice is awesome, because people naturally want to help people and give their opinion. So it's a great way to get them talking. So if you express to them something you're struggling with and ask them to comment below with how they can, with something that could help you, you're going to get responses, because people are natural helpers, especially women, because women are always the only people in my group. And so we want to help. And so ask them for help, ask them for advice, ask them for their opinions, because we love to give all of those. Like, it's true. And like I said, don't be afraid to be honest. It's so important to get them to participate. Why is it important? Because we are creatures of culture. If there is no activity going on in your page, then no one will get involved, and you want everyone to get involved. Get a few leaders going, and more people will start to join in. And when you start to see leaders rise from those people, you want to look at someone, like you want to look at them and be like, they could be great coaches. And so you want to keep them in your head, but kind of get a couple of people to really, really get going. And when you see that they're starting to do that, really encourage them to keep doing it, because the more people that get involved in your challenge groups and post every day, then the more people actually want to, because they don't feel like they're the only ones doing it, or they don't feel out of place. So get to find those people and really, really facilitate it. Another great tip is to pair up with your success partner, if you have a success partner, or with another coach that you know or trust to run a group. It can, especially if you run a group with someone who's more successful than you are right now, or has just been coaching longer, it can teach you how to run a really great group. So don't be afraid to ask somebody on your team or somebody in Sweat Nation that you feel like you could click with if they would want to run a group with you. So that's another great tip if you're a newer coach. Facilitate activity. Share the activity list. There's an activity list in Genuine Hustle under the files, and I kind of got away from that for a little while, but Anita Myron actually has a really, really great list that I'm going to share in the files as well for a 30-day group, which obviously you can make it a 21-day group if you wanted. But I'm going to go back to having a daily task list for all of my challengers. So like on day 1, they'll see to do this, or day 2 to do that. So share the activity list for each day and share what prize they would be eligible for in the beginning. So one prize that Anita kind of gave an example for were some Nike shoes. Yeah, those are expensive. And as a new coach, you may not be able to do that, but give a prize that's going to entice them, but that you can afford and is practical. But let them know in advance what it's going to be, so they know what they're working for. They know what they're competing for. And they will get keep track make them keep track of their own points. Just do the honest policy, because that's just a lot more work on you, because each task will have a point system, and that's how you will determine who the winner is of that whatever of the group. And let's see. If challengers notice other people are pushing, then they will push as well. It just creates a fun and competitive atmosphere. And like I said, I'll post her list, because it's a really, really great list. And throughout the challenge, send gentle reminders to the group about that prize, and just be like, hey, it's still up for grabs. Like, keep working, keep posting, keep hustling. And if they aren't participating as much, then really remind them about that prize, because a good prize can make anybody want to do anything. And as a coach, you can only give away a prize of $50 or less. And so if your husband is signed up as a coach, you can always act like it's from both of you coaches. So it can be $100. So that's just something, or it can be $10. Like I said, it doesn't have to be anything extravagant, just something that's enticing that will make them want to push, but something that you can afford and is practical. Another really great tip that Anita said was every night before, probably around this time, she would put in her group, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you feel your fitness and nutrition was today? And, everybody would go down and say, hey, I really feel like it's like an 8 or a 2, or it was awesome, it was a 10, and message them and ask them what's up if it was lower, and see what they can do to help if they just aren't feeling it right now, or if something deeper is going on, especially if they say they aren't doing well. Because a lot of times we'll learn it's a family problem, or, it's a personal issue, and they really just need someone to talk to and be there for them. They need to hear a calming voice that's there for them. They can, you can encourage them to, just go after it, or just take a step away and really focus on what they need, and let them know that they can always join in on your next group. So the 1 to 10 post is a great way to see where they are, who is doing great and who needs help. Do it every single night, and the next morning send an encouraging post to whoever wrote and said they were doing great or who needed help. But always recognize, recognition is one of the top vital, one of the 4 vital behaviors now. And recognition is just so big. So don't be afraid to recognize people in your group who are doing great. Don't be afraid to make a picture of them and post it in your group, because a lot of times recognition can be a driver for people. It can make them want to do better, knowing that they might get recognized. So don't be afraid to do that. And don't be afraid to message people and let them know how awesome they're doing, or see what you can do to help them to, get to where they want to be. Just keep reminding them of their goals and why they told you they wanted to start this in the first place. And another thing Anita said that she does with all of her groups that I thought was really neat was, when she kicks off a new group, she starts a group chat in the messenger with everyone. And she just says, hey, if it's an immediate emergency and you just need to talk to someone, or you just want to talk on a Friday night instead of eating, then let's talk here. And it's just, in the messenger. And I thought that was really neat, because, that can be a really intimate thing. And you don't have to feel pressure to talk there. Don't feel like it has to be something that's utilized. It's just a tool for them to use, an extra tool, a place for them to go. So I just thought that was kind of cool. So you don't feel like you have to do it. I just personally like that, and I'm going to try to do that with my next group and see how it goes. But don't feel like pressure, and don't feel crazy if they don't respond back. But it says group chats are an excellent way to get even more daily reminders out to them. So if you wanted to just send a daily reminder about something, you can send it in the group chat, because a lot of people will see that quicker than they would something different. Or if you just want to send a quick word of encouragement to everybody real quick, that's a great way too. And then you'll start to see them start coaching one another. And it's just the Beachbody culture. It's just a culture of just being there for one another, supporting one another, lifting each other up, and getting them to their goals. And so I just thought that was really great. And you'll start to see your leaders develop, and it's just really cool. So let me kind of go over these notes real fast. Let's see. I went over all of that. Went over that. I just want to make sure I hit on everything for y'all. Went over that. went over that. Oh, another really good thing was accountability. Obviously, as coaches, we need to keep them accountable. So be sure to post every Friday a reminder for them to take their measurements and weigh-ins for like the very end of the group, because so many people can forget, or even like that first week, it's not even too late for them to take their measurements, because I tell them over and over, take your measurements, take your measurements, take your measurements, because sometimes the scale doesn't move and measurements are where you see the results. So always remind them. Let's see. I talked about recognition. Talked about that. Oh, another great thing was she also does a video in the group about the portion control containers and clean eating, and goes over kind of the meal guide real quickly. And I thought that was really cool. That could cut out some messaging time between a lot of different people asking you questions about, hey, how does this work? How does that work? And so she shares a video on that of her own self. And so I'm going to probably create a video soon for me to just have and post in each group to go over how those work. She also does a video about Shakeology, just kind of tells you like how it works. She gives different recipes that you can try and reminds you about the home direct, just so people don't feel like they're blindsided, even though, you know, we go over it when they purchase it. It's just a really great thing to have a reminder. And you can do that whenever you lay out how your group will be operated, so they're not confused, and you kind of get that out of the way, you know, the weekend before you start. So that's a great thing to add to those welcome videos. Always encourage them to post progress photos in the group, outside of the group, because they can really get people drawn in, especially if they decide they want to become coaches. That's how people want to join you, because if they see that what you're doing and what you're doing to help people works, which it does if they do it, then they're going to want to do it no matter what. Like, progress pictures are huge, so really encourage them to take them. Let's see. I guess it says encourage them to post on their social media. We went over that. Talked about Shakeology. Talked about that. And you can always encourage them, like towards the end, the people who were really into it and really active. You could even ask them, hey, like, do you want to do a challenge group with me next month? Like, is that something that you would want to do and like help facilitate because you were amazing at this? And if they say yeah, then, you know, you can say, I would love for you to join me as a coach, or you can just see how it is to see if that's something that you would like. And that's just kind of a way to take them from a challenger to a coach. And so that's really all I had. If any of y'all have any questions, I know, Savannah, you're a newer coach, so if you have any questions about challenge groups, just comment in the chat below, or if anybody has anything to add, you can do in the chat or unmute yourself. But that's really all I had to go over. So yeah, that's really all I had to go over. Challenge groups are so important, and so just let me know if you have any questions, and if not, then you can be on y'all's way.
I don't have any questions, but it didn't look like I was listening, but I got to listen to all of it, and it was so good. A part of me was like, oh, she's going to go over challenge groups. I'll be there for support, but I know how to do them. But I love that you had new stuff. Like, you dug into Anita Myron, and who I love her. And, but like, I'm obviously at Toys R Us with my family, but I'm going to listen to the call again and take like tons of notes, because it was all so good. And some things I do, but most of the stuff I don't do. So It was all really, really, really good. So I'm glad. Thank you.
I'm so glad. Like, I really wanted to like get new ideas and feel refreshed with what we do. And Anita, if some of y'all don't know, she's a 15-star diamond, top 10 coach in Beachbody. So like, what she's doing is working. So I really wanted to like dig into what she does, and with how I kind of explain what she does in her groups and how she invites people to do challenges with her and host them with her the next month. Like, she has a turnover rate of challengers to coaches, like so much. And so she invests a lot of time into these challengers, and it works for her, and it works for them because they see results. So I hope that y'all can take some of these tips and really just go after your challenge group that we're having this month and the rest of the year. And if nobody else has any questions or anything, then we can hop off here and enjoy the rest of our nights. All right, awesome. Well, I'll be sure to post this in Genuine Hustle. Oh, that's cute. In Genuine Hustle for everyone to watch and listen to, and I hope that you enjoy it. And if you have any questions over it, please post them in the comments below. All right, I'll see y'all later. Bye.